What up? Victor Wembanyama may just be the greatest defensive specimen we have ever seen enter the NBA. Because this guy is just on a different level. He had a crazy chase down block on Tari Eason the other day, which was all over the highlights and all that. And he was just able to control his strides so perfectly that he was able to time it just impeccably, right? Like, Victor Wembanyama would never work at Target because they have a no chase policy. And he has a, yes, I'm going to chase you policy. So it would not work out. Also, it'd be kind of weird if Victor Wembanyama was working at Target while also playing for the Spurs. So just a thought. But it seems likely to me that Victor Wembanyama will probably go down as the player with the most Defensive Player of the Year awards by the time he retires. Because I believe there's several that have 4. I think Dwight Howard has 3. But Rudy Gobert has 4. I think Ben Wallace has 4. There might be another one in there that I'm missing. But you just, like, there's no one we've ever seen in the league. Like, we've seen plenty of guys who are super tall. We've seen, Manute Bol, who was 7'7", George Murazan, who was, I believe, 7'5" or 7'6", Yao Ming, 7'5". So we've seen a lot of guys who are really lengthy, and that contributes to their defensive ability a lot. But it's very rare, and I don't think we've ever seen someone in the league who has the combination of size and mobility that Victor Wembanyama has. Because the fact that he's able to chase down, block someone like Tari Eason, and in the process of doing such has to slow down, is crazy. It's just crazy. It's like no one who's that size typically can move the way that Victor does, and his reaction time is so keen. It's just it's crazy. It really is just an amazing thing to watch. And it seems likely that every single year that he's in the league, he's going to average at least 3 blocks a game. He gets a decent amount of steals, because his arms are just so long. And he's truly just like a freak of nature. And I think after getting snubbed last year for Defensive Player of the Year award, I think he's probably going to win it this year. Assuming that they improve a little bit and they can make the play-in tournament, he's most definitely going to win Defensive Player of the Year. So, and he's not even performing as well as he did last year yet. He's not shooting as good of a percentage. He's making less shots. He's taking less shots. He's not shooting super good from 3. He's shooting pretty good from the free throw line, 91% right now, averaging the exact same amount of rebounds that he was last season, and averaging 3.2 blocks currently, with 1 steal as well. So, at minimum, this guy is always going to be an incredible rim protector. And he was from day one. He was from day one. I would say he's a better rim protector than Rudy Gobert, but obviously the people that voted last year thought differently. But I think Victor Wembanyama is the most important defender to his team out of any other player in the league, right? Like, Rudy Gobert is a very good interior defender, but I would not say that he is more important to his team defensively than Victor Wembanyama, because Victor Wembanyama is doing more defensively, in my opinion. That's just me, though. So I think this is going to be an incredible just next 15 years while we have this guy in the league. And if he just bulks up a little bit, he's going to be averaging like 18 rebounds a game. Like, if he can get up to like 250, which I don't know how much he weighs right now. I think he weighs he's like 210 right now, right? 210. He's listed at 209. And getting up to 250 is going to be pretty hard. But if he gets up to 250, he's legit Giannis on like steroids. Not literally. He's not actually doing steroids. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not saying he's doing steroids. But he'll be so incredibly strong that you will not, he'll be more dominant than Shaq and Wilt Chamberlain combined because neither of them could shoot. And this guy can shoot. He can defend on the perimeter way better than either of them could. And he just fits the style of play in this NBA way better than Shaq or Wilt would have. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this transpires over the coming seasons. He already has a career high in blocks of 10. 10 blocks is incredible. It's off the charts. Off the charts. Everyone's going to say, oh, well, he's 7'4", he should be doing that. Tell me what other 7'4" players defend, all around defense level skill set, have the same sort of ability that Victor has. Just in what we've seen so far. He's only played like 80 career games. He's played 76 career games, 71 last year and 5 this year while I'm recording this. He's probably played 6 or 7 by the time this actually gets on the internet. But I don't know how we won't see this guy win 5 Defensive Player of the Year awards at least. Because right now the Spurs aren't great. They're probably not going to be great. But come next season and the season after that, I fully expect them to be contending for the playoffs. And once they're contending for the playoffs, they're going to be contending for championships soon thereafter. So if they're contending for championships and he's averaging 3, 4, maybe 5 blocks a game, I don't know how you don't give him the Defensive Player of the Year award, right? And that's going to happen consecutive seasons in a row. They have probably the best coach historically in Greg Popovich. And you have Wemby, who is the most unique specimen that has touched an NBA court maybe ever. And you're telling me that combination doesn't produce, I don't know who else does then. So, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. But I think this is already a done deal, that Victor Wembanyama is going to go down as the most storied defensive player in NBA history. I don't see another way. I don't see another way. Unless we get a guy who's 7'8" and can move quicker than Victor, I don't think my opinion's going to change. So, and I don't know what it is about these French guys, man. These French guys that have been coming out in the draft recently, like Wemby, Alex Sarr, Bilal Coulibaly, they all are just really good defensively. They're very good defensively. Bilal had a game against the Hawks where he was just shutting down Trae Young, shutting him down. And Alex Sarr, as a rookie, is already averaging 2.5 blocks a game. So they just know how to play defense over there. I don't know what it is, but they got to start teaching guys in the U.S. how to play defense like this. I mean, they also got to figure out how all these guys are getting to be, 7'2", 7'4", all this stuff. It's crazy. I mean, Sarr's probably 7'1". Wemby's 7'4". And Bilal I think he's listed at 6'7", but I wouldn't be surprised if he grows a little bit more, winds up being 6'9", right? He's only 19 or 20 years old, so it's possible to keep growing until you're 25. So Bilal might be 6'10" by the time we know it. I think Giannis grew a little bit when he first got into the league, grew 2 inches, maybe 3 inches. So it's possible. But let me know what you guys think. You think I'm getting ahead of myself here with Wemby, or do you think I have a point that he's probably going to go down as the best defensive player of all time? Maybe not the best defensive player of all time, if in the world of opinions, but he's definitely going to be the most decorated defensive player of all time, in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think. As always, leave me a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And I got more on the way. So keep watching basketball. Catch you guys with the next one. Peace.